Pretty Kitty, Arkansas was a background. Two sisters, single mama popping out around. Being poor, humble living never got you down. Three girls, mama, third child, I can see the happiness in your face about the news. The first day when you heard about the move down to California. And it felt like a dream, surreal moment when you had to pack your things. Fast forward, LA, new landscape. Hard to adjust to this fast-paced high school. Yeah, where you first found trouble messing with this old nigga used to hustle. Name was Spencer. One day you're chilling at his house, called over his nephew to come check you out. Wrong move. It was an instant connection, butterflies in your stomach when you first met him. I can see you, mama. Start a journey with each other. We got one life to live. Don't have all the answers. We gon' work it out. There's some bumps along the way, but it is what it is. We take them as they come. This is black love. Put your hand down this road. I promise you, I'ma love you till we gray and old. Please believe me. Please forgive me for the heartache and pain I put you through, but I love you all the same. Black love. Young Johnny, LA. Was your stomping ground, rough childhood, baby businessman, the gang you found. Showed up at your uncle's house, crooked smile. Who's this pretty thing sitting on the couch, carrying through it? Oh, we had to have it, that's a fact. Sorry, uncle, you too old to handle that. Funny, I can see it. Snatch her up, fast forward, got her pregnant. Black love, y'all was young and so reckless, yet please believe it. Got married, had your first baby, Shay Shay. Hustle hard, fell to work at low pay, honest man. Lumber y'all working hard, tough life, frustration that you carried at your home at night. Karen felt it. I know you loved it, but she still got punched on. Your fault made up, inseparable, love strong. Dysfunctional home, yet you still got along. I guess the love that you showed to outweigh the wrong. I know you loved her, pop. Start a journey with each other. We got one life to live. Don't have all the answers. We gon' work it out. There's some bumps along the way, but it is what it is. We take them as they come. This is black love. Put your hand down this road. I promise you, I'ma love you till we gray and old. Please believe me. Please forgive me for the heartache and pain I put you through, but I love you all the same. Black love. 3 children now, shave, medium monkey. Struggle to keep it together, but never let them go hungry. They seen you fight, but they also seen you kiss. Reminiscing good times, they were bliss. Yes, black love. Kitty sitting in your lap, taking pictures. 1 minute you're happy, next minute you're splitting 11 grandchildren. And your future just pulled through the hard times. Thank the Most High persevering this whole time. In 05, devastated with bad news. Cancer hit your prostate, got it removed. You pulled through, uphill battle ahead now. Black love, keep you fighting to this last round. You love your family, but Karen's voice was a sweet sound. To your ears, 45 years she's been down. Staring at you in the dark while you're sleeping. It's hard to know that you're really leaving. Love you, Pop. Start a journey with each other. We got one life to live. We don't have all the answers. We gon' work it out. There's some bumps along the way, but it is what it is. We take them as they come. This is black love. Put your hand down this road. I promise you, I'ma love you till we gray and old. Please believe me. Please forgive me for the heartache and pain I put you through, but I love you all the same. Black love.
I'm just sitting here trying to contemplate what to think, what to say to you, you know, with all this video. I'm trying to leave you something of myself, you know. I love you very much, and I want you to take care of yourself. And one day I'm gonna hear my father's voice. I'm gonna wake up, and I know you're gonna be there with me. We're gonna have that little house for ourselves. We're gonna have all our grandkids and our loved ones there with us. So, you know, with you, I just want you to keep this picture with you. It's hard, you know, to make a video of yourself, but I'm trying to do something to leave something for myself. I'm just so thankful to have this phone in front of me. I know how to work it, you know. Anyway, we've been together over 40 years, and, you know, it's a blessing, you know, being with you that long, and, I just want y'all to know that I love all of y'all very much. I see y'all.
Yeah. Hey, it's Lee season.
Became home of music.
All this thing till you whore for another one, you feel me?
Trench Bros.
But we gotta go in on this one. Yeah. Daily I'm feeling something different. Pressure be all on my shoulders. Don't think like a kid no more. Action got a little older. We only speak where we live. I forget all the glory. Day-to-day trials, ooh. Headline my stories, hands a little ashy. Cause we came from the dust, work in progress, yeah. Faith and hope is a must. Daily I'm feeling something different. Pressure be all on my shoulders. We only speak what we live. I'ma get all the glory. Tapped into another mode, Madden rating went up. Girls gave my attributes, I became through in the clutch. They mix and match doctrines, brothers acting like mutts. Don't think with emotions now, put dad in the tub. Hate your brother, you a feminist. Say shalom, then it change quick. Shake my hand, need oven mitts. On fire and I'm loving it. From the bottom, we rugging it. In the storm, I'm toughing it. Feet jumping like a mosh pit. Don't need money, I'm your hood rich. I'm only sharing my thoughts. Same life like my people. Had to stand like a man. So the wolves, we people. Brothers be claiming the truth, but he used to be squealing. 30 days in jail, but he scammed for $1 million. Shell shocked in Babylon, but the kingdom on the way. Just because say your hood name, still watch him anyway. Lean on my brothers, same father, different mothers. X'd out confusion, clean my house of that car. Daily I'm feeling something different. Pressure be all on my shoulders. Don't think like a kid no more. Action got a little older. We only speak what we live. I forget all the glory. Day-to-day trials, ooh. Headline my stories. Hands a little ashy. Cause we came from the dust. Work in progress, yeah.
Faith and hope is a must. Hey.
Daily I'm feeling something different. Pressure be all on my shoulders.
Yeah.
We only speak what we live. I forget all the glory.
Khan. Shalawam. He said, Abba get all the glory. That was slapping. That was Zug right there. You know what I'm saying? Shalawam, Israel. Call all Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. It's your Captain Khalil. Back at it again with K.O.Y. You know what I'm saying? Got to start a new channel. You know what I'm saying? We trying to spread out a little bit more, a little bit faster. You know what I'm saying? Like them embers with the wildfire, you know, spread them embers out. We're going to try to make this whole place on fire. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Shalawam, man. And I got something for y'all today. Let me close this one out real quick. All right, Shalawam, everybody. So check this out, man. We're going to be talking about signs of the times, you know, the times of the coming of a Mashiach Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Christ, right? So we're going to pull that up right now. I got something for y'all. If y'all ain't been paying attention to these, you know, these current events that's happening, I'm here to bring you some of that news today, all right? So let's see what we got. Let me know if I'm lagging, if anybody tuning in. Let me know if I'm lagging, or if it's going smoothly. You know, I just want to make sure everything is right, because I'm going to be streaming from here. So, yeah, let me share the screen. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys heard. I know you guys heard about Russia and Ukraine, right? You know, everybody knows about that right now. But ain't nobody talking about China and Taiwan, right? This is way more crucial than Russia and Ukraine. You thought that was bad? This is even worse, right? So let's pull that up. Right, so let's see what she's talking about, y'all.
They say practice makes perfect. It's true for the smaller things in life, like playing a musical instrument or learning a new language.
Let me know if you can hear the video, okay?
But what about fighting wars? Does practice make you perfect at war? Well, China certainly thinks so. Satellite images have revealed their so-called practice ranges. Take a look at this one. It is located deep in a desert in Xinjiang. Now, the layout is interesting. It resembles a naval base with a warship. Not a Chinese naval base, a Taiwanese naval base. Experts have identified the similarities. China's practice range resembles a base in northeast Taiwan. If war breaks out, this base would be crucial. So what does China do? Practice missile strikes on replicas.
Yeah, so China already got the whole Taiwan country, right, mapped out. From its naval bases, from its ports, to every strategic zone that they know about, they have it mapped out on a replica model, right? And they are practicing drills on striking this actual model. You know, China, they be building whole ass cities that can fit 2 million people, right? But there's nobody in them, right? That's called China's ghost cities. Tall skyscrapers, big luxury apartments, a whole city full, but it's all empty. Nobody lives in that city, right? It's called China's ghost cities. Look that up. So they made a replica right here of how to destroy their damn country.
Now, when I say replicas, they are pretty spot on. The pier, the warships, everything is built to specification. Reports say this was made in December. Once completed, China's PLA blew it up with a missile strike, sort of like a dress rehearsal before the real deal.
And she said a dress rehearsal before the real deal. She said this is like their last rehearsal before they go up in there. That's basically what they're saying, all right?
It's not just Taiwan. Replicas have been spotted of US bases in Japan and Guam. So China is readying for a wider war. The question is, will they put their practice into motion? They certainly have the tools. China is known to have developed 2 hypersonic missiles. One is called the Carrier Killer. The other is called the Guam Killer.
They're ready for bloodshed.
You can imagine why.
Y'all.
The second missile has a range of 5,000 kilometers. In other words, enough to hit the US military base in Guam. If this is not war, replicas, this is everything. And these replicas are being blown to smithereens by the PLA. How is this not escalation? It clearly means China is thinking about war. I've got more evidence for you. Take a look at this satellite picture. What you're looking at is a Chinese shipyard. That blue object is an attack submarine, possibly a nuclear-powered one.
Oh yeah, look at that thing, man. See, they got that at the dock. It's already in the water. It's ready to go. You know what I'm saying? See this gate right here? All they got to do is open that gate up, send it on its mission.
Intelligence reports had repeatedly warned of this, that China is developing a new class of submarines. And this could be it. More range, more reliable, and more protection for Chinese warships.
You see that? So let's get that. Let's get that in the scriptures, man. Let's get that in the scriptures, all right? Because all these events and all these things is coming to pass, and everybody still ain't paying attention to it. You know what I'm saying? So let me see what I got for y'all. It's getting crucial out here, y'all. So it's best, keep the law, statutes, commandments. The Most High will engulf you in His shield. You know what I'm saying? He'll protect you. That's our only power, right? That's what Elohim means. It means power. So if we don't have God with us, we don't have Elohim with us, we don't have no power, right? So let me pull this up real quick. Let's get that in Matthew. All right, Matthew 24. Start up here. Right, so it says, verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right, we always bring the scripture out. Everybody knows this scripture by heart, right? Everybody can recite it off the top of their head. It's in the back of their head somewhere, but yet people still don't like to pay attention to really what's going on. They hear of these wars and they hear of these rumors of wars, right? See that ye be not troubled, right? Because we're not supposed to be troubled in this when these things are to come to pass. The only ones that are going to be troubled are those that are not keeping the commandments, right? For all these things must come to pass. It has to happen. And if you believe in the Most High and you believe in the scriptures, then you know that all of these things are inevitable, right? So that's why you shouldn't be troubled about it. But the end is not yet. You got to go through all of these things, right? But it's not the end. It's just a phase. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places, right? A little over here, a little over here. And it's talking about all of these things. It's not talking just earthquakes, right, in diverse places. It's talking about kingdom and kingdom in diverse places. Nation is going to rise against nation in diverse places. Famines, pestilences in diverse places, right? All of these things is going to be a little bit everywhere, right? Until the earth is engulfed in the maximum of it, right? All these things are the beginning of sorrows. You might think you find at that fall stadium right now, you happy, you living it up at the bar tonight, you know what I'm saying? You're fine, you know what I'm saying? But there's going to be a time where it's going to be nothing but sorrows. All that is coming to an end, right? Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. So we're going to go through all these things, right? But the point is, we're hearing of wars and rumors of wars in this time that we're living in right now, right? And I know you're thinking about like, oh, we've always been hearing wars all our lives, you know what I'm saying? We've been saying this for a long time now, but if you really pay attention to the scriptures and the way the prophecies is climaxing at an all-time high right now, you'll see that all of these things is basically at our doorstep right now, right? So let's play that video again. Oh, so like I gotta share it. Let me put it back. I should just share my whole screen. Con. All right, but yeah.
Well, right now, an important meeting is happening in Washington, D.C. The U.S.
Now watch this key part right here, right? They're actually having a discussion about this topic right here.
ASEAN
and let's see what they're going to do about it.
Summit. The ASEAN is a group of 10 nations in Southeast Asia. They're a big trading bloc. They're economic powerhouses, and most importantly, they have differences with China. So Joe Biden is looking to exploit those differences. The summit kicked off with the dinner.
So you see these men right here. These are 10 leaders called the ASEAN, right? 10 leaders of 10 nations that deal with high imports, exports from global trades and all of these things, right? So these men had a power to halt and stop at will, basically, right? So Joe Biden is looking to exploit these men and use them for his benefit because they are opposing what China is doing. So, you know, they're having craft councils right now, you know, hey, stop China, throw sanctions on China for what they're doing. And, you know what I'm saying? So I bet you that's what they're discussing in that meeting. Let's continue.
At the White House, 8 ASEAN heads of state were in attendance. Myanmar was excluded because of the military coup, and the Philippines because the new president is yet to take charge. The big headline on Thursday was this: Biden announced a $150 million package for ASEAN.
See, this is a special summit, right? That's what the Most High considers the mountains, right? These mountains, they get together. You know what I'm saying? The mountains of Esau.
But as always, America is late. In November 2021, China too announced a package for ASEAN. How much? $1.5 billion.
You see that? So they got more billions for Ukraine, billions for the Afghanis that came over here, and even billions for this, but we got nothing, right? This is how we know that this country is not for us, right? This is how we know that we have to leave this place in a spiritual manner so we can be delivered from this place. You're not supposed to join hand in hand with this nation. You're not supposed to look for longevity with these nations because what they're doing right here is out of your control. So you want to tie your hands and put your hope and faith into a nation that is doing secret crafty councils and meetings behind your back, that you have no absolute knowledge of what's going on? No. Foolishness.
And that's the biggest challenge for the U.S. because ASEAN states are no fans of China. Most of them have territorial disputes with Beijing. At the same time, they have no choice but to engage. China is ASEAN's biggest trading partner. Their total trade is worth around $274 billion. Europe is second, America is third. And Beijing knows about this dependence. Take a look at this Global Times article. Here's what it says. The industry and supply chains between China and ASEAN are closely connected.
So ASEAN has the power to basically discombobulate China and cut and sever them off from the trading of the whole entire world, right? No more made by China stuff, y'all. You ain't getting them chairs. You ain't getting them lamps. You ain't getting them new products. Whatever you find in the stores that's made by China, that's going to be a wrap. Just like the same how we're not going to have any more import and exports dealing with Russia. That's a wrap. Can't you see the disconnection that's happening between these nations and this nation? They are starting to look back and despise the ways of America because we all know that America does not have the same foundation it was supposedly trying to be built off, right? A republican, this and this and that. We already know the Edomites hijacked this place. It's Roman Greek democracy, and all of its practices and ritual practices stems from Egyptian doctrine, etc., right? So this place is not for us, y'all.
Thanks to institutional arrangements like the China-ASEAN Free Trade Area. The U.S. lacks a global program equivalent to the Open and Inclusive Belt and Road Initiative. Ignore the joke about the inclusive BRI. Other than that, China does have a point. ASEAN's economy is too dependent on China's, plus there is little military deterrence. Western warships make occasional voyages through the South China Sea. But that's not stopping China. Their warships continue to challenge ASEAN states. So Joe Biden needs a two-part plan. One must focus on alternatives to Belt and Road, to Chinese supply chains, to Chinese loans, basically wean Southeast Asia off Chinese dependence. The other focus must be on defense. ASEAN states should be capable of defending against the PLA.
So basically China's doing all these things. They're getting ready to go in there. So So Biden is seeking to try to deter them because Biden knows for a fact that they're going to go in there. It's only a matter of time now. This is why Biden is standing up there already making these connections. It's not like an event happens, China goes in there, all these things happen, then Biden has to act. Just like how he did with Ukraine, right? They went in there, did what they did, then Biden started acting with aid and all these things. But Biden is already taking action beforehand, like he knows that it's inevitable before this happens, y'all, right? You can call this symbolism. When we go back to the beginning of this video, this is China practices striking Taiwan bases with actual spot on replicas, right? Who else did that? Let's go to Russia. Russia erected themselves in March. That just came to pass March. Right here, March 13th, right? They just erected a replica of the Tower of Babel. And if you in the truth, you and I both know what Babel is, right? Babel is the unification of one, right? They all try to unite as one race, right? Babel means confusion. Babel is what you call Neo-Babylonian Empire, right? The Tower of Babel is what Babylon is. We all know America is Mystery Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, right? So we have two symbolisms going on right now. These are two major signs, in my opinion. These are two major signs. The Tower of Babel, Russia erecting just so they can burn it down, right? Let's go to where they start burning it. That's all they did. He just made it so he could burn it down. Right? Just how the Most High raises up nations just so he can destroy them. Right? So look at this. The Tower of Babel burning. Then you got China having replica of bases of U.S., Guam, and Taiwan destroying it. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like we getting somewhere, y'all. And not only that, but if you guys remember what we were dealing with last year. Matter of fact, I want to pull something out before I get to that. Before I get to the next part of the segment, right? So let's get to Revelation, right? And there came one of the seven angels and seven. Let's skip down to, we can start from the top. This is Revelation 17 and verse 1. And there came one of the seven angels which had seven vials and talked with me, saying, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth atop upon many waters, right? Waters, we know that means nations, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns, right? And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. So this right here is talking about America being the daughter of Babylon, how this nation is set on top of all the other nations, hence why they have U.S. embassies everywhere. This nation has its hand dealings with all the kings of the earth. They're all made drunk, right, with the wine of her fornication. They're all doing dealings with her to the point where they're not even able to escape out of it. They're too drunk, right? They're not sober-minded when they're deals with her. Who came to a sober mind though? Russia and China. Let's just note that one, right? So let's see. Let's want to skip down a little bit. Let's go to 19 or 16. It's lucky. Right here. And the 10 horns, right? We start 15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, right, where the whore sitteth, are the peoples, right? Didn't I tell you earlier? Waters is represented as nations, and multitudes and nations and tongues. So the waters are a gathering of all the nations, right? And the 10 horns, which is the 10 nations, which thou sawest upon the beast, right? The ones that are up there doing dealings with her, the ones that are up there drinking of the same cup and, fornicating with her, doing deals and all that stuff. These shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire, right? So these nations eventually are going to turn against America, aka Babylon, right? We see these events happening with these nations, how we have two sides starting to split apart. We got Russia and the BRIC, and then you have the US and NATO. So these are wars and rumors of wars at an all-time high. You guys should take heed, right? We'll be out there in the street corners trying to reach our people, but they like to walk by. I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time to pay attention until it's time to pay attention when you see them rockets coming out from the skies, right? So that's for the two signs I wanted to put. These are the times of the coming. These are the birth pains of a Mashiach Yahushua. All of these things are going to get closer and closer, like when a woman travailing in birth, right? Her contractions are going to get more and more tighter together until the baby finally comes. That's the whole tribulation, right? So let's go ahead and close that one out. Tower of Babel, they're getting ready to do work. China's getting ready to do work too, right? And this is also a sign in China. I don't know if you guys seen this one. This is actually red skies in China, right? It's just on the 11th. This was like in 6 o'clock, right when the sun goes down. This happens, right? It's not even really fully dark, right? It's just a little bit after sunset, that twilight. You see that? And that's coming from the horizon, y'all. Look at that. Yo, look at that. The visibility. Look how close the visibility is. Not like you seeing red all the way over there. Everything right in front of them is all red. Imagine this whole room just turned red. Imagine you go outside and you see all the houses and all that stuff just red like an LED. That's crazy. And it says blood red. Look at that, blood red. See, I'm telling you, China's gonna get them judgments too, right? So we have that happening in the world right now, right? Just like I said, these 10 nations shall hate the whore, and some of them are gonna start doing deals with them. Look at Finland. Finland and Sweden announced they want to join NATO, right? Marking a big blow to Putin. Because if Finland and Sweden join NATO, Finland and Sweden are right on the border of Ukraine, the same region. They're definitely going to start something, right? Helsinki, Finland. The leaders of Finland and Sweden have announced that they backed their countries applying, right? They applied for the role. They actually went through the necessary steps to actually fill out documents and be like, yeah, we're really on board. Here's my paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Applying to join NATO in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The move changes decades of Finnish policy toward the Cold War era military alliance, and it upends more than 2 centuries of Swedish policy. This is something that they've never did in 200 years, right? Sweden has avoided all military alliances, but like Finland, has also grown closer and closer to NATO over time. So Sweden and Finland, they've never went into any alliance. They're like, yeah, that's y'all battle World War I, World War II. That's y'all. But this one, they're like, hey, you know what? We finna hop on you guys' team. Both of these countries. We know, hey, it's going down, right? Watch this. This is a historic day, said Finnish President Sauli Niinisto, who made the announcement at a joint news conference Sunday with Prime Minister Sanna Marin. A new era begins. Signs of the times, y'all. These are the times of the coming, right? We got this happening. Remember what we read in Matthew 24. It said famines and pestilences in diverse places as well. It's not like one store is out of baby formula. Baby formula is out on all the stores throughout the whole nation, right? You can go to the store right now, and I bet you're not going to find no baby formula there. I guarantee that, right? So 2 children have been hospitalized because of the formula shortage. You see what's going on? You see that? Why isn't nobody talking about this? And I was looking at this, right? It's a week import. They got to wait an extra week just to bring stuff from overseas because, Biden messed everything up, trying to deter Russia. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what's going on. That's all I got for you guys today. Let's see if I can pull a little something. Yeah, I got something for you guys. I got one more verse for you guys real quick. Let's go to Hebrews. So this is Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 10. For God is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, right? And we all know what love is. Love is to keep the commandments and to love your brother. This is how we know we love God, right? If we keep the commandments and if we love the children of God, right? That's love, which ye have showed toward his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints, right? The children of Israel, the Israelites, according to Psalms 50 and 5, right? And do minister, and we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit promises, right? So we got to make sure that we stay diligent so that we can really try to secure that spot in the kingdom, right? You got to try to go as hard and be as diligent and on fire as you can, not slothful, right? Not slothful, but you got to try to make sure you secure that spot. You fighting for that spot in the kingdom. Okay? So with that, I just want to say Shalawam, Shalawam. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. It's I Captain Khalil. Tune in. I will be starting to post more videos from this channel. So, we're going to try to get our subscribers up. We appreciate each and every one of you guys out there, subscribing and supporting the channel. And with that, KOY YASHARAHLA, Shalawam.